In this tutorial, I'm going to guide you through the process of creating this beautiful house in Revit 2025. So this video is suitable for beginners, it's made for you, and you just need to follow this one from beginning to the end and you will be able to create it. The first thing whenever you're starting the project in Revit is to pick a proper template. And for this project, I'm going to use this metric multidiscipline. That's the Autodesk template and it comes with the Revit 2025 installation. And bearing in mind that I'm going to create this project out of the information I found on Arkiteasy, I placed the link in the video description. What I would like to know is where is the north, so there is no north pillar here on a floor plan. And if we go to the facades, we see that this is the north facade and this is the south facade. So I'm going to place this floor plan, actually this image in our plan view. And for that you go to insert and then link image. So here it comes. And because I said that this is south, I'm just going to rotate this for 90 degrees. And then I'm going to scale this. So this part here to this part here become 1 meter. And I will just check some other things like, okay, this one, so look like that these dimensions are reasonable. So this is around 600 and this is fine. And what I'm gonna do, I will place this wall to this reference plane and then those bottom walls to this one. So I'm going to use the reference planes we have in this template. Then I'm going to pin the image. PN is a shortcut. And what I don't want to have are those scope boxes and then crops. So this wall is around 250 and I'm going to create a wall which is 250. We'll place it to the second level, and what is very important, I'm going to take this finish face exterior for location line. And because I'm placing it from the reference plane, I would like to have this as a clear number. See? And then I can continue placing my walls. And don't worry because I'm placing them randomly. Revit has a temporary dimensions and now you're going to see how I'm going to adjust it. So this one is aligned with the reference plane. This one has a clear value from this reference plane. And then I'm going to make this to be 2.4 meters. Take a trim tool and then extend single, and then I will take this wall and we'll go here to the radius. So we'll make a radius of, let's say, 1 meter. Okay, and 500 here. This seems fine. I took a detail line, 500, and then I'm going to trim this. So let's create this one here as well. And I will again take a detail line, 2 meters, and then I'm going to trim those walls up to this line. So those walls are around 500, and then I'm going to make that wall type. So just be aware that they are aligned. I can just trim them, and this one could be 125 meters from this edge here. And then I will make this wall the same thickness as this one is, but the first thing I will just extend this wall to this line. And I can do the same for this wall. So now if I take a detail line and make it here, you see that they are all aligned. And what we have to do is to create this curtain wall. So I will just make a new curtain wall type. I will just place it here. So, okay, as you could see, we have this panel which has the offset. So I am going to place this offset on 0. And let's take a look at 3D. I will turn off those annotation categories and okay. This looks well. So what I'm gonna do will be, I can just copy this one from here to here. And then this one can go at the middle of the wall. So I can just move this one. And I will create one more. And then this one I will place. This could work, 2.9 meters from this reference plane. And take a look on this. I will create similar CS, will take arc, and then I will make the radius of 1 meter, and then I'm going to connect those curtain walls. So what we got is this polygonal edge, polygonal part, and if we go to the project, you see that we have this very nice curved panel here. So let's fix it. I will delete this, and then I will just create a wall which has the thickness of 125. So it's a basic wall. Yes, we have this generic 125. If you would like to change the orientation of the wall, just press the space on a keyboard and it's going to swap. And do the same thing here. So this is how it looked like, but that's not the end. So what do we know is that this is 25, this glass. So I will take a wall and we'll create a new one, and I can just name it here as a glass. And okay, I will now take a curtain wall and we'll create a new one. It's very important that's embedded. Actually, I have to firstly create a new type. And don't forget to embed it. And then for the curtain panel, take this glass wall. And now we can just pick the middle of the wall, as well as here. And what we know is that this will start from 65 and will go to minus 65 because that's the thickness. And the same here, that's the thickness of our mullion. And just to fix one more thing, so you see that they have a different material. So this mullion has aluminum as a material, and this wall is generic, so I'm just going to copy this material and then they will look the same. So it's done. And let's just make those walls here so they have the same dimensions, the same thickness as I can make it 2.6, let's say. I forgot one thing, and that's to change the orientation. So just hit the space. It's important that they are aligned to this reference plane, and then I can make it to be 2.2 meters from here, and I'm just going to copy this wall with a clear value. So this looks fine, and I will go here to the south elevation. So what I would like to do now is to determine the height of the building before I go further. So for this I will insert the south elevation JPEG. Yes, it's this one. And what I'm gonna do, I can make it, I can place it here. I will take a scale. So scale from here to here to and here. I will just lower this, and let's see what is our height. Okay, I can make it around 2.6 meters, and then the slab is okay around 600. So you just need to lower this down to 2.6. So you see that everything follows. Let me just see. Okay, yes, I made a mistake, sorry. So this needs to go from here to here and then to here. So now I'm going to check if I made it correctly. Yeah, yes, that's okay. So this picture is not in the best resolution, so this seems reasonable. So 2.6 meters, I will make this level 600. So okay, we can continue then developing our model. So the first thing which I'm gonna do will be to create this slab here at the bottom, and I can make it to be, let's say, 200 or 250. 250 because the thickness of those walls is 250. We already have something, but I can make a generic one because of materials. And I'm just going to pick those wall ends. And by the way, you see that we have a radius here, so I will make that radius of 1 meter. So here is the first slab, and then I can copy this one to the second level, and this one needs to be what we said, 600 or maybe 550. Let's see which one will look nicer, and just do the offset for 550, maybe 600. I think this is a bit better. So let's just take a look on the pictures. What we can spot is that this slab is aligned at the bottom, but this upper part here sticks out, so I'm going to fix it. So I will just go here, and then I'm going to move this for, let's say, 500. Okay. And what we have to do is to create this on our 3 walls. So I will go to the south elevation. I can isolate them, and we'll go to the edit profile. We'll take the arc tool, and we'll make it this way. And now I can just copy this. Just ignore those warnings and delete those walls underneath, or you can just edit all 3. I just found this faster. So we got a shape. As you could see, we have these openings here, on the floors as well as here. So I'm going to make it. And by the way, I forgot just one thing to do. Before I move to those openings, I need to fix this part here. And to be able to create it, I will go here to the architecture component and we'll take a wall as a category. So I'm going to make this part and we'll take extrusion tool. So just create profile like this. We know that the height is 2.6 meters. And here comes that part. Okay. What I have to do is just to trim this wall up to here. So now the geometry is clean and now I can create those openings in the floors. So let's just select this of 250. I will go to the edit boundary and then I'm going to pick those lines and I will move this for, let's say, 1 meter. So you see what I did, I aligned it with this and then I will just copy this line for 5 meters, or actually yes, it could align this wall face. Take the arc, let's see, 1 meter. 1.5 seems fine. And just create it. Okay, and let's repeat the same process here. So what I'm gonna do, I will pick this wall side. And then I can copy. And I will take align tool, so I will align it here. And I will just take this arc tool and we'll make it like this. So this looks okay. And we got this. So if I go to the second level, I need to repeat the same thing for the upper slab. And we got this. So if you take a closer look, you see that we have these gaps here in on a slabs and then also for the walls, and I'm going to fix it. So the way how I'm going to make it will be to create the profiles. And just before that, I will just save this project. And now to create it on a walls, I will create a new family, and for a family template, I'm going to pick this profile reveal. And I will just simply draw a profile which is, let's say, 20 by 20. And then I'm going to save this. And I'm going to load this into the project. So now when I go to the wall, reveal, I need to create a new reveal type. And then for a profile, I will pick this 20 by 20. So I just need to place it on the walls. And you see, so it's on a 0, and then I will just create similar and I'm going to place it everywhere. I will just hide this slab. So you see we have it here. We have it here, but if I would like to place it on this model in place, we have a problem. So the way to fix it is the next one. I will go to the component model in place, will take a generic category, and then I'm going to create a void sweep. So for a path, I will pick this plane, we'll pick the path, and then I'm going to draw the profile, which is 20 by 20. And now what I have to do is to go to cut and to cut it. And you saw that we have a problem placing it here, so the way to fix it is to select this model in place, go edit in place, and then take a void sweep. So for a path, pick this as a work plane, and then pick a path, and create a profile, which is 20 by 20. So done. And I will just unhide this slab I previously made hidden. And by the way, we also have this gap here and then inside, which is done on a slab. So the way to make it is you need to go to the component model in place, and then I will again take generic models. So what I'm gonna do is to use a void sweep. We'll take this as a work plane. Ignore this one, it's from here. So now I have to create a profile, and that profile will have, let's say, the offset from the top of, let's say, maybe 400, and then 20. Let's see if look like that it's going to be a good position, and then it's going to be 20 by 20 again. So when it's done, what we have to do is to go to cut and then cut it from our slab. So here it comes, you see, and then we also have to create it for those two parts inside. So the house gets shaped. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is to create those interior walls. So they have a thickness of around 200. I'm going to place them randomly, approximately actually, and then using temporary dimensions, I'm going to position them very precisely. I can make this to hidden, and then I can just start fixing it. And let's see, just this distance, one more check, 950, seems fine. And we need to fix this one. let's align it. Okay, so I will just save the project and then I'm going to continue with placing doors and windows. Okay, so what I'm going to create now are those windows at the north facade. So those one here, and let me see, we know that, okay, the width is around 800, and from the picture we know that the height is from floor to the ceiling, so which is 2.6 meters. And let me see, what do we have? So we have those 3 families and window fixed. So let's see what Autodesk has. We can try this one. So what I'm going to do firstly, I will just make this one to be okay, those are instance parameters. So I made it to be 800, and then they have kind of the setback, so let me see if I can fix it. Yep. So okay, this looks fine. And by the way, okay, we will fix the materials later on. And by the way, actually we can fix the material, so we have this kind of steel or so. I can just, to be sure, fix this and make this one instead of sash. I will create new material, which is going to be named as Arkiteasy steel windows. So we can keep it like this. And then I'm going to copy that window. So for 3 meters, 2.6, 2.3, 325. This one can go for 50, maybe more, so it's 3 meters. Okay. And this one is aligned with this wall. So this is how it looked like. So it's getting shaped, and then we have this window here. So let's say that for this one we can also create, let's say, the curtain wall. So that's the second way of doing this. So let's try with copying this one and with placing it here. What I can just do is I can try to move it. So this has base offset of, let's say, 900, or let's see. Yeah, I think it's a 600. And then what we need to do is to unpin this, and let's say I can make it 900 here, or even less. But before that, okay, this one needs to go to here. So I can just, because I made something, I can just duplicate this wall type. And let's fix this. I will unpin this, and I can just delete this curtain grid, and okay, we can keep it like this. So this is okay. And let's see, what do we have next? So we have to place doors everywhere, and then we also have to place door here for the curtain wall. So to fix this for the curtain wall, I will just select this one, I will isolate it, and then I'm going to place a curtain grid here, which is going to be, let's say, 900. And now what I'm gonna do, I will select this one, will delete this mullion, and then I'm going to select this panel. So here, instead of this panel, I will try to make the doors, but we have no any of the curtain wall doors. So as you can see, so what I'm going to do, I will go to the Insert tab, load Autodesk Family, and then let's see which kind of doors we have. So we have this door curtain single. So this is the curtain wall door. That's not the same family as the door family. And let's place it. So you see it's replaced, and then I just need to fix it. So we got this, and what I'm gonna do is to place the single doors. So let's see which one we have. Maybe this 900 will work well. So we have no enough information for the doors, so I can just maybe keep this one. Let me just do this. I'm just going to isolate this, and let's see which kind of the parameters we have here. Okay, we have the inset, so maybe we can keep it like this. Maybe you can use this door. And by the way, if you are not satisfied, you can anytime go into the Autodesk library and load the proper family, load the one you want. So here we can just take, let's say, this one. So what I'm gonna do, I will just rename it as, for example, 800 by 2.1. Okay, so it's controlled by the rough width and height. Just space on a keyboard, and you see it's going to be placed. Okay, I forgot this wall here, so let's select this one, create similar, and then with the temporary dimensions, make it to be precise. And by the way, we have the wall here as well. So what I'm gonna do, I will just, actually, I don't need to extend. I can maybe take this wall. It's different, it's thinner. And then I'm going to take the same doors, select it, create similar. So let's just move to the hidden and see how it looks like. So this seems fine. I'm going to save the project. I need to fix this one. And let's see what do we have here. So we need to place a couple of those doors here as well. So for this one we need double. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to make new type. You are probably wondering why we don't see the cut of our doors into the walls, and that's something we need to fix here in a view range. So as you could see that the cut plane is too high, so I'm going to make it to 1.2 meters, and now everything looks fine. Okay, and I will continue with the modeling. So what I can see from the floor plan, that we have this slab here with the ramp, and then I'm also going to create this terrain. So whenever you have this flat terrain, you can take the slab tool. So for this slab here, I can just go and I will take this concrete one, for example, and it goes from here to here, and then let's say 500, maybe 450. And what I can do, I can just add a split line, let's say here, and then I will go and I'm going to modify this one so I can go and make it minus 250. And then you see that we have this gravel and then the grass, so I'm going to make it. So I can just create the new floor type, and let's say I will make this one to be I can fix materials later on. I will just fix the thickness. Yes, what I forgot to create for the previous slab is this radius. I will fix it later. Let's just fix this one. And the same way I can create a grass, but what I can also do, I can just create similar. Actually, I can make it like this. Okay. So I just need to fix the materials for our slabs, so I can just duplicate this one and I can make this one as a grass, 50 millimeters. And let's see if we have any kind of grass here. Yes. So for this one, we can take the gravel. And if I go to textures, you see that we have it. Okay, so what I'm going to create now will be this concrete material for our house. So I will select this wall type and then I'm going to create a material for it. And I'm going to name it as Arkiteasy Concrete Red. And then I will open this asset browser and I will just type concrete. So let's see, what do we have? Okay, we have this one, maybe will work. Let's just try that one. Okay, and then I'm going to place the same here for the slab. So as you can see, when we have those bolts, I'm just trying to make a better match, so I can look for some texture. It doesn't matter if it's going to have the bolts or no, I just would like to have this kind of the appearance. So let's go to materials and then I can just here search for the texture and let's see. Okay, maybe this one seems fine. And I will again go here to materials and I will just, let's make this by 2 meters. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Or maybe make it like this. Let's try. Okay, so this looks well, and there is one more thing we need to do here. So again, I will select this one, and then we'll go to the tint, and let's make the proper tint color. So this one is a very, let's see how now it appears. Okay, it's a very dark. So what I can do, I can just make some brighter color. Maybe something like this. Okay, so in general, this seems well. And we also need to do the same, to actually assign the same material for all the other exterior walls. And what I can also do is to create material for this slab. So you see that we have kind of terrazzo. So let's see what's the closest we can find in Revit. Okay, let's try with double Z. We have this terrazzo, so I will just place it and let's see. So I can now just increase its size to, let's say, 500. Maybe a bit more. So okay, this works. And let's take a look. We have those two elements with a gravel here as well. So I'm going to make it, and I will just take this slab, we'll create similar, and then we'll go to the plan view, and I'm just going to offset this for -50. And let's repeat the same thing here. So the model is almost done. So now I'm going to show you how you can place a furniture. Just be aware that I have a very nice library of furniture, and also it's pretty hard to find it in Revit. So in this case, I'm going to just load some Autodesk families which I can find in their library, and then I'm just going to show you how you can place it. So to do that, just go here to the Insert tab and then load Autodesk family. So for a furniture, let's say that I can just take this bed standard, then this cabinet, for example. I can take this chair, this sofa. Maybe we can take, let's say, this table, and then this coffee table, and let's say this TV. We'll go to the plan view, and then architecture component, and place a component. So let's place a sofa firstly. Then I can type here and look for a chair. With the spacebar on a keyboard, you can rotate it before you place it. Let's make the coffee table. So all those Autodesk families, you see that they are coming in inches. Even my template is in millimeters. And let's see the cabinet. Maybe this one. So if I just go to 3D and select this one, I can, let's make the duplicate, which is, let's say, 1.8 meters. And what I know that this has a height of 600. So if I go now here and place a TV, and if I just place it like this, you will see that it's inside. So what I need to do is to elevate it for 600. So here it comes, and let me see if we have any shelves. No. I will again go to the insert, we'll go to the load Autodesk, and let's see. Okay, we have this shelving, so I can just load it. And I can place it here, but let's see, maybe this bigger one will fit better. So what I can do with this one, I can just change its height, so make this 3 meters, 2.6 it's 300, so it's okay. And what we can do next is to make this wall in the back, so I'm just going to make it very quickly because I have a lot of information. So what I'm gonna make for this, because probably there are cabinets here, so the easiest way for you to make it will be just to create a new wall type, let's say 20 millimeters, and then I'm going to add some wood material. Let's try this one. And okay, I can just drag this here. So for this one, and I can just make it here. Probably we have it on the other side as well. So what we need to do is to adjust this part. So I can just make all those walls here to be, let's say 150. Let's try. And what I can do, I can just go and align this. Sorry, I had a multiple alignment checked, that's the reason. So you see how it looked like. And let me just turn on textures. And we have a problem here. And by the way, let's say that we have a different wall type and you would like to solve situations like this one. You can just go isolate this and you can take a paint tool. So I can just paint this one. We set the view and we got it. So what I'm going to do next will be to place the rooms. But here in this space we have two rooms. So let's make screenshots and let's say that this part here is a living room, while this part here is a kitchen and dining. And if I now go to the room, RM is a shortcut, you see that it's going to place it as a one room. But I can go now to the visibility graphics, rooms, and for the rooms I can just add interior fill and reference, so we see where the room is placed. And if you would like to separate the rooms, to split this one, you need to go to the architecture and then you have this room separator. So I can just, let's say, place it here, and then you see that we got this. So I can also, let's say, keep the naming, and I can just now go create similar, and then I can place the other room, and then I can go and continue that way. And then we also have those two rooms here. And by the way, if you would like to change the name, you need to select not the room tag, you need to select the room itself, and then you need to just make it as a living room, and then you can just make this as a kitchen, for example, and you can just also add, let's say that I can just name it as a room 01 and then room 02 and so on. And by the way, let's say that here we would like to have one room, not two of them. So if I delete this one, you see that the room tag is deleted, but the room itself not. So you, in that case, have to go here to the schedule, and then we need to create a new schedule for the rooms. So what we can do, let's say level, number, name. And then you see that we have one which is not placed, so you need to select it and then to go here and delete it. And then I will again go to our plan view, and let's say that this room I would like to extend here. So I'm going to select this wall and I'm going to untick this room bounding. So this is going to extend there. And we can make this as a master bathroom, let's say. Master bedroom. Sorry, and this could be, let's say, master bathroom. And I can just change the name of this one. So this is maybe storage. You can anytime do that. And this is storage out 1. So feel free to name it the way you want. And now we have this view, which is our working view, and let's start creating views. And what we can do next is to create a room with a color scheme. So I'm going to duplicate this view, and then I'm going to name this one as a color scheme. So now in this view, for example, what I don't want to see are, let's say, dimensions, then grids, and then none of the reference planes, lines, neither sections, and scope boxes. So let's click OK. And we also don't need to see elevations here in this view, and I'm going to turn them off. And by the way, also in this view, for the model categories, for the roofs, for the rooms, we don't need those interior fill and the reference. And also you see that we have visible this room separation line. So just go here to the lines and turn off room separation. And I can now go here to the color schemes, and I can make it by the number. So if I just go apply, you see that we are going to get this. And what I can also do is to go to the annotate and then just click color fill legend, and I can just place it. So we got this by number. And by the way, if I would like to tag all the rooms, you just need to go here, and then you need to pick the room tags. And then for a room tag, I can try, let's say, this one, maybe just the room name or room with area. Click OK. And if you would like to, let's say, change the color scheme, you need to go here, and then we can make it by name, for example, and you see it's going to be updated. And what I can do here, I can just make the walls to be darker. So let's just go to the visibility graphics, sorry, and just for the pattern, you can make this solid and you can add the black color or any other color you want. And okay, what happens if you would like to have to create a nice looking views? So I am in this case going to duplicate this architecture view. I will go here to the duplicate, and I can make this as Arkiteasy plan, for example. And then I'm going to, let's say, repeat some of the things I did in the previous one. Or actually, sorry, I will just delete the view I just made, and I'm going to duplicate this one. And what I don't like to have is the color scheme, so I will just click none, and then I can continue developing this view. So what I can actually create for the better presentation, I will firstly make a view filter. So in a first filter, which I'm going to make, sorry, I made a duplicate of some of them. I will go back to the filters and then we'll create new. So we'll call it Arkiteasy 01. So here I can maybe just take, you see, the floors and let's say the walls. So let's see how it's going to appear and to work. And then in visibility graphics, I will just bring this filter. So I don't know for what is this filter, this one. I will bring this up. So this one I disabled, and then for the cut, I can make a solid, and I can, let's say, maybe place this color as a cut color, and then I can make this line as our cut line. So let's see how it's going to look like. So if I go thin lines, you see it's nice. And then I can again go to the visibility graphics and filters, and let's say for the patterns here, I can just try to make this color. Okay, so it made everything in this color. Maybe I will just kill the override, but what I can do, I can override the lines and its color to this one. So you see how it looked like, it's way better. And let's see if we would like to create a very nice elevation, which is quite important for this house. So I will go here to the south, and what I can do will be, firstly, I can just turn off all the annotation categories, and then for filters, I will add this filter, and let's see. So let's try maybe a brighter color. Yep, this seems better. And by the way, there is one thing which is missing, so it's material to this part. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to add this Arkiteasy concrete. And regarding this elevation, what we can do is, let's say that if you would like to change the background, actually what we can do is to add depth queuing. So let's see how it's going to affect it. So you can play with this. And by the way, if you would like to know how to master graphic presentation in Revit, just take a look at the video in a card above. And there is the very last thing we need to do here, and it's to place it on a sheet. So I'm going to create a new sheet. And then let's say that I will place, let's say, this plan view, and then that I would like to place this south elevation. Okay, that's actually placed already. So what I can do, I can just find it here. I will go remove from sheet, and then I will be able to place it here. And let's say that you would like to create a section as well. So for that, I will just make a, let's say, section here. And in this section, I don't like to have furniture. I will add filter. Maybe this is too much, so I can keep it in a, let's say, hidden, and I can just now in a filters add the pattern. So maybe now will work for, yes, for walls. And also I can turn on smooth lines. I will just add ambient shadows. So we got this, and in this case, we also don't need to have visible our reference planes, neither scope boxes. And what we can do, we can just add the levels to be half-toned. So if I go here, and if I take this section, no, it's not that one, sorry. It's a section 2. And the category, the discipline is architectural. It's this one. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. And I have to say that if you're curious about leveling up your presentation skills in Revit, just take a look at the videos from our graphical presentation playlist. And if you have any questions related to this video or to some other videos, just feel free to write in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to our channel.